In this video, we're going to put the Cybertruck to the test. Well, no, we're not going to drive it. All we're testing is the power outlets in the bed. I want to know, can this truck actually be helpful and charge other EVs? Is there a special charger required? Do all chargers work with it? Or how is it gonna work? So we got another 5 electric cars lined up, 3 Teslas, different models, different years, plus a Chevy Bolt and a Rivian R1S. These here are all the chargers we're going to use today. This is the one that came with the Cybertruck. This is the Model 3. This is the Model Y. There we got an aftermarket one that we'll be using as well. Here we do have an adapter to J1772 from the Tesla plug. So we could use one of these and charge a car with a J1772. Here we got an adapter from a regular 15 amp 120 volt plug to a NEMA 1450, so we can adapt something there. And then here we got the charger from the Bolt, which is a regular 15 amp plug. So we're gonna be testing all these different cars with their own charger as well as with other chargers to see what we can do, all from these outlets right here. Let's do the Bolt, which has the charge port front driver side right there, and this here is the Bolt charger. So power outlet's on, let's plug it in and see what happens. Oh, it goes red, so that charger doesn't like that. Well, let's see what happens when we plug it in. The Bolt doesn't do a thing. This stays red. Let's unplug, plug back in, and it goes red. No charging. There's nothing going on. So we can't use the Bolt's charger to charge the Bolt. Okay, next up we do this here, this aftermarket charger with a NEMA 1450. So, and we're gonna plug in the Bolt again. It does power up. So far everything looks good. Plugged in. There we go, orange, green, going. Okay, we're charging. All right, so we're charging here at 9.9 amps. Let's see, 2.3 kilowatts. Oh, we're set to 10 amps only on this charger here. That's the problem. So we need to see if we can set that higher. Okay, I unplugged it real quick, plugged it back in, set it up higher here. We set to go maximum 40. The Bolt does only 32. And there we are, 31.9 at 7.3 kilowatts. So we're going full blast with the NEMA 1450 here. So this works just fine. And we're blinking green there. So the Bolt does charge with an aftermarket charger off the NEMA 1450, but its own charger does not work off one of those 120 volt outlets there. Now let's try to use this adapter from 120 to NEMA 1450 with this charger so that we can plug in right there and see if the Bolt will charge at that point. All right, so we're plugged into the 120 outlet there to the NEMA 1450, and so far this shows good. Now let's plug the Bolt back in. We We got an orange, we got a green. We're going. Look at that. We're charging. Wonder how far it will go because we're set to 40 amps. But it is charging at 0.928 amps, 117 volts. So we're good. So that works too. So it's not the outlet there that is the problem. It is this Chevy Bolt charger that is the problem. So you cannot charge your Chevy Bolt with the Chevy charger. It just works with everything else, it seems like. So this one works just fine here. So now let's test a Tesla charger and see if those work as well. All right, so now we got the Tesla charger that came with the Model 3. And I used the NEMA 1450 adapter there. And I put my TeslaTap here for the J1772. And so far, what we got going here, ooh, there's a red light down there. What the heck? Don't like that. Well, let's see if we plug it in, what happens. I don't hear anything. Nothing. Nothing. No light whatsoever. Okay, let's plug it in one more time and see. Goes green. Stays green. Now what? Now it's blinking here. But nothing's happening. So, we're green. Let's unplug here and plug back in. Let's see here. Oh, green is gone. This starts blinking again, but it's not connecting. We're all green, but no go. No clicking anywhere, no charging. Now that blinking on the Bolt stopped completely. This is still green, but it's not going. So I got another adapter here, just in case that the TeslaTap adapter may be the issue. And as soon as I plugged this new adapter in, it went green there. Now let's see what it does here. We got a solid, blinking, gone, what the heck, oh, we're blinking. There we go, it's charging. Okay, so this is good. So this adapter here, for some reason, is causing an issue with this charger and the Bolt. So, not sure, I just used it recently and it worked fine. Not sure what's going on, but this is the TeslaTap, so doesn't seem to work. Now here we got green running light. We got a green blink there. Let's see. There we go. We got full 7 kilowatts, so we're going at 32 amps right now. And that is with the Tesla mobile connector that came with the Model 3. And we're using a adapter here to J1772, but that seems to be working fine. So we're going just fine right now. So that's a good thing. Now let's try the one from the Cybertruck. So now we got the Cybertruck's mobile connector here. We got green light. Got the adapter on here again. The one that worked. And we got Orange, green, it's charging. So we're doing good. Green running light, that is good. Let's see how much we're getting in here. Oh, interesting. Only 5 kilowatts, 6 maybe. 7, 6, 7. It's ramping up pretty slow. Yeah, it's going up and down a little bit there, but yeah, it makes the 7, so we're getting full power to the Bolt with the Cybertruck's charger. So that is a good thing. So that works too. So now we're gonna hook this up with the 15 amp 120 plug and see what it does. Okay, now we're plugged into the 120 outlet there. We got green. We still got the same setup here. Let's plug that in. And we got the there we got the beep and the green, so that's good. Over here we got the running light, that's good. Let's see what we're getting in here. Roughly 1 kilowatt there, and that's about what we get out of a 15 amp outlet, so that is working too. All right, and just for fun, we're back on the NEMA 1450 with the Cybertruck mobile connector. And I got the TeslaTap plugged in again here now to, well, or again to this Cybertruck connector, and we'll plug it in here. See what it does. And that works. Ah, interesting. Now it works with the Cybertruck mobile connector. It's charging. Let's see if it's charging full blast. Yep, we got 6, 7 there. So we're, yeah, it's doing the same thing it did before with the other connector, but yes, it's basically working full blast here with the TeslaTap. That means now I have to go back and check it out with the Model 3 connector one more time to see if it was just a fluke with this TeslaTap or what the heck's going on. Okay, back to the mobile connector that came with the Model 3 on the NEMA 1450 with the TeslaTap adapter to J1772. So far everything shows green. Let's plug it in. Well, this time it sounds good. Or not. Uh-oh. Nope. No good. Huh. Nope. No good. That don't work. So, for some reason, this mobile connector from Tesla does not work with this right here, with this adapter. That is interesting. So something is with this adapter that causes it to malfunction. So now we're going to use the other adapter again, this one here, and double check that with this same charger. Okay, we plugged back in here. That shows green. Now we got this adapter plugged in there. So far all good. Is it going, or what is it doing? There it goes. All right, so with this adapter here, it works. And we got charging light. With the TeslaTap adapter, it does not work on the mobile connector from the Model 3 from 2018. It does work with the Cybertruck mobile connector. So now we got another one here to make it more confusing. We got this mobile connector out of the Model Y we have here, which is a few years newer. So let's try it. All right, so this one here now is out of the 23 Model Y NEMA 1450 adapter, and we're going to use the TeslaTap first, put it on here and see what it does. At this point we're green. Got the TeslaTap on there. This still shows green, so that's a good sign. Now we'll go over here and plug it in and see what happens. So far so good. Blinking but not going. What we got here? Green but not going. And this keeps blinking. Yeah, this is basically timed out at this point. This is not working either here, but at least it doesn't turn red or turn off like the other one did. So it's a little different. So now I guess we'll put this adapter on and see. All right, so here we got the other adapter on there, and this shows green. Let's plug it in and see. There we go. I heard some clicking somewhere. There we go. That works. All right, so we are charging now here from this one. So this here seems to be an issue. Whatever the issue is, I don't know. But none of the older mobile connectors seem to like that thing. On the other hand, this one was working fine. So that's interesting. So you want to make sure whatever setup you got probably works with the Cybertruck before you assume that you can charge your Bolt with any of these adapters. So I'm not sure what the difference is between this one and the TeslaTap. Why this one does not work with some of those. All right, now we got the 23 Model Y, and we have its own mobile connector right here plugged into the NEMA 1450, and this should go straight in here. And we got blue. There we go, green. That's a good sign. Green running, that's a good sign. Now let's see, how fast do we go? All right, so 32 amps is the max, which is 7 kilowatt. So we're getting full blast. So that is a good thing. So that works no problem. Okay, so now we got the 23 mobile connector for the Model Y on the 120 outlet there. Let's see. There we go. We got green. Got green here. Show a max of 12 amps, getting 1 kilowatt. So we're good. This works too. Now we gotta switch over to the 2018 mobile connector from the Model 3 and see if that works as well. Here we go, the mobile connector from the 2018 Model 3 on the NEMA 1450. Let's plug in. There we go, green. So that is working as well. I mean, it's Tesla to Tesla, so it shouldn't be a problem. And this should be showing 32. We got 32 there. And here, oh, we're only at 4. What the heck? 5, 6, 7. There we go, ramped up. So, okay, that mobile connector works as well. All right, Cybertruck mobile connector on NEMA 1450. Let's see. There we go. And green, we're good. Green running light. 32 amps. And we should come up to 7. It's ramping up slowly. 6, 7. There we go. All right. Cybertruck mobile connector works as well. Now we'll switch it over to the 120. Okay, Cybertruck mobile connector on 120 going into the 23 Model Y. And there we go, green. We're 12 amps, 1 kilowatt, no problem. So that works wonderful. Now we're going to the aftermarket connector, and we'll be using the J1772 to Tesla adapter that came with the car. All right, here we go. We got the J1772 with the adapter to Tesla on this charger on the NEMA 1450. And we're going into the 23 Model Y. And we'll see that, whoa, there we are. That was quick. This is going green here. And it's starting to ramp up. We got 14, 16 amps, 3.8, 4.5. We should get up to 32 amps again. There we go. 32 amps here. The car doesn't go any higher than that, I guess. Oh, it does actually. It goes to 40 on this connector. Oh yeah, there we are. 9 kilowatts. I was just too impatient. So yes, that part works. So now what we could do is we could actually raise this. This charger has the capability to go higher than 40 amps, I believe. We could actually increase that and see if we can get full 48 out of the Cybertruck. All right, so I had to unplug real quick, and now we switch this to 48 amps. Even though it's plugged into a NEMA 1450, this charger can actually go higher. So we'll see if the Cybertruck can. Okay, we got this communication, green. Let's see what the car says. The car says 48. Now the question is, can we get up there? That would be 11.5-ish kilowatts. $11-ish right there, 11. Okay, so the Cybertruck is currently putting out 48 amps here. About 11 kilowatts. Let's see what we show in here. We show, oh, this shows what, 6.6. Did it just drop? What happened? Huh, that's interesting. Let's go back over here. Oh yeah, it dropped. Huh. Why would it do that? So it still shows that the charger can bring the 48. But here we're down. Charge rate reduced, unexpected voltage drop. Remove extension cords, have wiring inspected. So the car noticed a voltage drop and then it settled at 7 kilowatts. That's what's going on here. It still shows the 48 amps, but it had the voltage drop. So the Cybertruck couldn't deliver, I guess, and that's why it dropped. So let's restart this again and see. Okay, let's start over again and see. Come on. Okay, let's see what we can get this time here. Yep, it ain't going. Power grid or vehicle issue limiting AC charging. Unplug and retry. So it won't hold 48 amps, that's for sure. So we can try setting it back down to 40 and see what happens. Set down to 40. Let's see if it will ramp up now. It won't, it's stuck. Chose the 40, but it only goes to 6 kilowatts, so that is only about 30 amps. Not going up where it's supposed to. No fault message at this point, but not delivering full blast. I just heard the car beep. There we go. Power grid or vehicle issue limiting AC charging. So something's going on. Either the Cybertruck can't deliver, or for some reason the car here wouldn't take, but I think is an issue on this end. All right, so now we're doing the 120 plug to the NEMA 1450 to this charger here with the Tesla adapter on there. And there we go. Green. And that should give us about 1 kilowatt. Oh, shows 0. What the heck? Interesting. Shows 48 amps. There we go. 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatts. Wow. Ah. So we are charging, and according to this here, we got about 0.9, goes up to 1.8 even. Oh, there I heard the car beep. Interesting. Yeah, we're getting about 1.7 kilowatts out of this on the 120 side. Wow, that is 15.7 amps, full blast. What's the car saying? Oh, it gives us our power grid or vehicle. For some reason it still sees the 48, actually because the charger is set to that. But it'll get full blast, the 15 amps out of there. So, interesting. Yeah, we're still going at 15 amps, which is the full load on this. So that outlet nicely supports 15 amps right there. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we're getting a full 2 kilowatts here. It thinks it can get 48 amps. It thinks it is limited. Actually, it is, because we are plugged into a regular 120 outlet. That's why we are limited. But this charger here basically says it can bring 48 amps. That's what the car sees. But in reality, on 120 volts, it won't be capable of doing so. But we are capable of bringing over 15 amps there, 1.8 kilowatts roughly. So this outlet here definitely can deliver 15 amps continuous. And I'm wondering if those are actually rated at 20 amps, then 15 amps continuous would be considered safe. That's 80% of the load. So. But definitely with this charger, we can go higher than with those. These here at 120, they're basically maxing out at about 1 kilowatt, maybe 1.4 if that, if everything in the world would be perfect. While this one here goes 1.8 kilowatts. So this one goes higher, goes over 15 amps. These won't go over 12. So with this aftermarket charger here, we can trick it and go faster on level 1. 2018 Model 3 with its own mobile connector on the NEMA 1450. Whoa, that went green immediately. Interesting. Maybe because the door is open and it's pulling, but this doesn't show anything. Huh? I heard something click here. Oh, we're running. All right. Shows 32 amps here. So this should ramp up to the 7 kilowatts. There we go, 32 out of 32. So that works fine. All right, the 2018 mobile connector on 120. There we go. Green. And that will bring us 12 amps right there. Well, that should be 1. There we go. 12 out of 12. So that works fine, which we knew that shouldn't be an issue. So now we're gonna switch it over to the 2023 mobile connector. Here we go with the 2023 mobile connector. We got green there on the NEMA 1450. There we go. Let's see. There, green. So that should be 32 amps. That's what it shows. And we should be ramping up to 7. There we go. 7 kilowatts, 32 out of 32. Oh, 8 kilowatts. Look at that, 34 there. That was a weird thing, but it does its 32, so we're good. So that one works fine. Green running light there. Now we'll switch it over to the NEMA 515 for the 120. All right, now we got the 2023 mobile connector. Green lights on the 515, 120 volts. There it is, green. That should show 12 and then 1 kilowatt. Then we do have the 12 and we do have the 1 kilowatt. So that works fine. And now we got the Cybertruck connector on the NEMA 1450. All right, green. And that should give us 32 right there. And it should ramp up to 7. There we go, 32 out of 32. And there goes the 8 again. That's kind of interesting. All right. But that works just as well as with the others. Green running light here on the Cybertruck mobile connector. All right, Cybertruck connector with the NEMA 515 for 120. There we go. That should give us 12 amps right there. And we should be getting 1 kilowatt right here. 12 out of 12. Perfect. That works great. So here we got the aftermarket charger configuration. NEMA 1450 with the Tesla adapter here. And it's set to 48 amps. I want to see what we can do. There we go. Does connect right there. Now let's see here. How high is it gonna go? There, we're going. We're pulling 47. 222 volts there. So we're pulling basically the 11 kilowatts right now. Oh, now we're dropping. Okay, so somebody made it drop, either the truck or the vehicle. We're down at 7.5. So, okay, let's go back here real quick. And it shows 48, but it only does 33. And we got charge rate reduced, unexpected voltage drop. So the car is limiting right now. But the truck didn't support the voltage that it was the cause. Now we're at 228, and it was at 222 under full load, so the truck didn't support the voltage high enough for the car to keep charging at 48 amps. Well, let's switch this one over to the 15 amp connector here real quick and see how that does. Okay, here we got this setup with the 120 outlet right there. Green we go. And so we should get about the same. So it shows 48 because the charger is set to 48, but obviously it can't. But we're doing, wow, 18 amps right here, 15, 20 amps, wow. Whoa, look at this, look at this. Wow. Charging equipment communication lost. I think it went up and overloaded the outlet. So the charger here just turned off and back on. That was cool. We overloaded the outlet. Let's see what it's going to do this time. 16, 17, 19, 25, 30, 32 amps out of this outlet. Bang, and then it trips it. So that is interesting. It didn't do that on the Model Y, but this car here does. So, yep, we've been pulling full blast, and then it trips the outlet and resets. There it goes up and up and up and up. The voltage drops. Bang. Now it tripped the breaker for the outlet. And then it did reset a couple times. Maybe this time it don't. No, this time it doesn't. It reset 2 times, but not the third. That's interesting. So it did reset twice on its own immediately, but now the third time it's not. So I guess we have to reset here. There we go. Okay, and then it ramps up again already. Just 0.1. Am I still plugged in back there? Or did I unplug the car?
Still in.
Still all in? Oh, there we go. It's ramping up. 1.9. 2. Oh yeah, it's going. It's going. 3.6, 3. Bang. And there it tripped. So it does 2 resets, it looks like. And then the third time it's done. So interestingly, with the aftermarket charger on the 120 plug, the Model 3 was able to actually ramp up to the 48 that this charger was set to and overload the system twice, and it reset twice immediately. The third time it did trip it completely and we had to reset it on the screen. The Model Y didn't do that for some reason, but the Model 3 here sure did. It was going full blast, and the truck was able to provide this for a few seconds. That was pretty amazing. So if you have a appliance hooked up here that uses high start amperage, it will support that on 120. It will start up, and as long as it drops down below 15 after that, and we know we can fully blast, pull 15 amps from the 120 outlet. So that was pretty interesting here. So all right, well, that's it for the Model 3 here. 2013 Model S. This is a little different beast. This doesn't like support CCS charging or anything, but well, it didn't come with a charger when we purchased it. There is an earlier generation than these mobile connectors, but we always used the one from the Model 3, so that's what we got to use today. And plug it into the NEMA 1450 right here. Got a green light there. Let's see. There we go. And this charge port light is a little discolored here, but And here we go, it's blinking pretty quick. There we go. This here got a running light. Let's go see what it tells us in here. All right, so we got 32 amps and we got 7 kilowatts, 32 amps. So that works wonderful. And now we're gonna switch this to the 120 and see what it does. Here we go, 120, got a green light. Plug in. There we go. Should have a running light here. Yep. And we should have 12 amps. We got that there. And well, it shows 0. There we go. 1 kilowatt, 12 out of 12. All right, mobile connector out of the 23 Model Y. Green on the NEMA 1450. There we're going. Should have a green running light here. There we go. And we should get 32 amps right there. And then here it's ramping up. There we go. 32 amps, 7 kilowatts. 23 Model Y mobile connector here on the 120 plug going into the 2013 Model S. We're charging. Let's go check it out. 12 amps and there we go, 1 kilowatt, 12 amps, so it's all good. Here we go, Cybertruck connector on the NEMA 1450 going into the Model S here. There we go. We got charge and that should be 32 amps right there. Let's see if it ramps up here. Here we go, 7 kilowatts, 32 amps, no problem on the Cybertruck mobile connector. All right, Cybertruck connector on 120 on the NEMA 515 going into the 2013 Model S. And we go there. Should show 12 amps. Yep, and we should be getting 1 kilowatt here. Here we go, 12 out of 12, 1 kilowatt. All right, we got this set to 48, and we got the NEMA 1450. We got our Tesla adapter on there. There we go. And off we go. Let's see, we're charging here. There it starts to ramp up. Let's look in the car. We'll expect to overload the circuit because we're at, well, here it only shows 40. Oh yeah, the Model S only does 40. So we won't be overloading the circuit. It actually goes to 38 out of 49 kilowatts. So the car is limiting at 38 at this point, but it wouldn't go any higher than 40 because this old Model S does not do more than 40 amps. The Model 3 over there and the Model Y that we had, they do 48 amps. This does only 40. So even with the setting here on the charger to be 48, we will not be overloading. And there we are, about 39, so we're almost there. So we're not overloading the outlet in this case. But again, this works wonderful right here. Okay, aftermarket charger on the 120 outlet there. And it is set here to 48 amps. So we'll see what it does now. This should start charging as normal. And then we'll overload the outlet possibly. So this shows the 40 because the charger says it can bring 48. There we go, it just ramps up. It doesn't care. Oh, there it 20 amps. So currently that's the car limiting, most likely based on the voltage. But it goes 20 amps. Wow, for quite some time now. There we go. Now it tripped the breaker on the truck. And it already did reset. I could see this here blinking. So at 20 amps continuous, it will overload this outlet as well. So we would have to actually limit the charge rate right here, which we can do by setting it lower to like 16 amps. So here we are at 16. Let's plug it back in. There we go. Gotta click it in all the way. So we are on this 120 outlet and we are set to 16 amps here, and this may support that. There we go, it's doing 15, 16 out of 16. So it looks like it can support charging at 16 amps. The voltage stays kind of steady at 115 there. We're 15, 16 amps. So I think that would work without tripping the breaker on the Cybertruck. So you could be charging like that if need be. Not that there is really a need to charge at 120. And here we got the Rivian R1S 2024. And it has its own charger right here. So we got it with the NEMA 1450 right now, and it also has a 515 for 120. So we'll get this plugged in and see if the Rivian charges off the Cybertruck. All right, we're plugged in here, and it's blinking white. Now it's stopped. I don't know, never used the charger before, so I have no clue how it works. It does have the J1772. Well, let's go over here. There we go. Plug in. What's it doing? Something. Oh, we're going green. That's a good sign. Green is always good, I think. We're going green here. All right. So that's a good sign. Let's see what we show in here. So it shows 34 amps. Kind of interesting. 32 is kind of the common thing. We're showing 7 kilowatt. So it is charging, not very fast. I was expecting to see 40 amps here, but this seems to be more of a, I guess, 34 amp charger. That is odd, but in any event, the yeah, there we see 7 kilowatt. I don't know. In any event, the Cybertruck is delivering. So I guess we'll check out and see what a Tesla charger does, if it does more. I mean, we're so low at 19%, this should go full kick, whatever, and can't do any more. Default amps 48, but I don't know, not on a portable charger here. So, well, we get 7 kilowatt. The Cybertruck is performing. That is what matters. So let's unplug this one here and use a Tesla charger. Actually, what we need to do first real quick is use the 120 outlet here. So we'll swap this out and check that one out real quick, and then we swap to the Tesla charger. All right, the 120 outlet, and we're blinking white again here. Let's go with this. Oh, there's something green. That is good. Green here is good. Let's check what we got here. It says 1.2 kilowatts. That is wonderful. We like that. Yep, 1.2. And here it says 14 amps. What the heck? This should be 12 basically. Now it shows 14 and it showed 34 instead of 32. So I don't know. I never used this charger. I never paid any attention so far. I think we've been charging at 48 amps. I believe that was what it said here. What is, yes, 48 amps. That's what we've been charging at using the Tesla universal connector. So, but we're getting 1.2. So it definitely works with the Rivian portable connector that comes with the vehicle. So we can charge off the Cybertruck. Okay, switched over to the Tesla mobile connector from our Model 3, 2018 Model 3 on the NEMA 1450. Added the TeslaTap adapter here to the Tesla plug. And well, let's see if it charges here. As we were not too lucky, oh, it goes red. Look at that. Don't like that TeslaTap adapter. What is this doing here? This is not doing anything. Huh, interesting. Okay. No luck with this TeslaTap adapter, it seems like. Goes red right away. Let's try the other adapter. All right, here we go. NEMA 1450, 2018 Tesla mobile connector with a J1772 adapter. Whoa, goes red. Ah, goes white. Goes green. That was kind of odd there. Let's see what this does here. Got a running light, so we're good there. Huh. But it went red first, but then it worked. So something happened. Let's see. Let's look here. Again, it shows 34. Why 34? The mobile connector from Tesla is a 32 amp, not a 34. Why does this show 34? So something is not right here on the Rivian side. And it shows 7 kilowatt. And 7 kilowatt is really not 34 amps necessarily, huh? I guess it depends on the voltage, but in general, this should be 32, and then we got about 7 point something kilowatt. So, I don't know. Something doesn't seem normal here with the Rivian side. But besides that, we are charging, and that is important. That's what we wanted to see. Yeah, we're sticking around 7 kilowatt there, so 7.3 flashes, which that is about right, 7.3-ish, it's 7 point something basically. Huh, so interesting. But we can charge, but again, not with the TeslaTap adapter. We used another brand adapter. Okay, same 2018 Model 3 mobile connector, but with the 120 volt plug. Again, TeslaTap on there. See if it works this way. Up, red, red, red. No green, no good. Okay, let's try the other adapter. Here we go, other adapter. And red, white, green. There we go. Okay. Let's see, we got green running light. So I don't know if there's something wrong with that TeslaTap adapter or if these cars just don't like it when we're charging off the Cybertruck. 1.2 kilowatts. And again, for some reason it shows 14 amps because who knows why. It should be 12 amps. That's basically what it should be at. But we get 1.2 kilowatts. So far so good. All right, weather conditions are getting bad out here. We're getting more rain. But heck, that is life, I guess. So anyway, we hooked up the Cybertruck mobile connector. I do not have the 2023 Model Y connector anymore. Unfortunately, the Model Y has left. So, well, green so far. TeslaTap, let's see. On the Cybertruck connector. White. Interesting. White, no red is good, no green is not so good. Not sure what's going on here. Let's see what the charger itself shows here. Just a green light. We still got white blinking. Well, let's see what it says in the car. We got anything good in here or what? Nope. Starting. It says 34 amps again, so there's some communication. Unplug and try again. All right, unplug and try again. Let's see here. I suspect we're red now. Yep, we're red now. This time it took longer, so it almost worked. So I got a feeling there is something, well, there's something with the adapter possibly, but there's maybe also something different in this one here, because this and this almost worked here. So let's try the other adapter. All right, here we go. And green. I think that TeslaTap adapter I have is junk. Man, I paid a fortune for it. It's been a few years old, but it should still work. Green running. All right. Well, we got showing in here 7 kilowatt, 34 amps. It's a 32 amp charger. What the heck? And it shows 7 kilowatts. So we're charging again. If anyone has an idea why this shows 34, the mobile connector only goes to 32, so it should not read 34 right there. That is odd. This seems to read 2 amps higher for whatever reason. Should be 32, and that would match the 7 kilowatts. All right, let's go switch it to the 120 plug. Okay, got her hooked onto the 120 now. We got a green light here, and we'll try the freaking TeslaTap again, just because. And we go white blinking again. That is funny. Wonder why it does the white blinking stuff. So something's going on. All right, here we got nothing. And then in here it shows starting. It shows 14 amps, so there's communication there, even though it should only show 12 amps, but that's besides the point. So that TeslaTap adapter, well, it's a few years old. It's about 4 years old. So Maybe it's old and outdated. Shouldn't really be, because the J1772 standard has definitely not changed. I don't think that anything necessarily on the Tesla side has changed. And here we go. Don't work. Let's use the other adapter. Other adapter. Bang, green immediately. Green running light. And here we show 1.2, 1.2 and the 14 amps. So, but we're good to go here. So now let's try the aftermarket charger. Okay, here we got our aftermarket charger on the NEMA 1450, and we're set to 48 amps, which will overload the Cybertruck as we previously noticed. And here we don't need any adapter. So let's see, plug. And green. All right, let's look at this here. It's ramping up slowly, 3 kilowatts, 20 amps. The voltage is 230. Okay, can we get it? 9 kilowatts. 45, 46, we're at 224, 46.9, we're doing pretty good, 46.9. All right, let's see if the Teslas, the cars started limiting. Oh, what happened here? It just kicked the breaker on the truck. So it's just coming back up right now. Look at this, it shows the 48 amps and it's coming up, but the breaker on the truck tripped and did reset like it did with the others, and it's coming back up. 10.3 kilowatts, but oh, there it tripped again. So the Rivian does not limit the power like the Teslas did on this charger when I went to 48 amps. So the Teslas limited power and usually did not trip the breaker. That is a really neat safety feature on the Tesla side. So it tripped this breaker twice. The third time it will kick out completely and it will have to be reset on the screen in the front. So let's, for shits and giggles here, let's bring this to 40 amps right here, because we should be able to get 40 amps right there. Plug this back in. There we go. And green. And here we go, green. Perfect. Let's see what it shows in the car. So now we should see 42 amps. Okay, someone needs to tell me what the heck's going on with this Rivian. The charger is clearly set to 40 amps and it communicates 40 amps to every other vehicle except the Rivian shows 42. So sorry, but Rivian, you need to fix your stuff here, huh? So let's see, 8.8 kilowatts. That is not too bad. At 40 we are about 9 point something. So it's interesting, this shows relatively low while this shows relatively high, so kind of odd. But at this level right here, we're not going to trip the breaker on the truck, so we can easily charge at 40 amps here, no problem. So now let's switch that over with the homemade adapter that I have to the 120 outlet. All right, this is green. Homemade adapter here to the 120 outlet. By the way, you cannot use an RV adapter. You can buy RV adapters like this, but you can't use this to power up any of these chargers. It will not work. Whoa, what was that there, Red? And whoa! Okay, what happened? Well, we are set to 40 amps, and so it ramped up to 40 amps. The breaker tripped and did reset. That is interesting. Oh, there we go again. So, now we're done. Dang. Oh, no, we're coming back on. Let's unplug this here. There we go. So let's unplug this real quick. Anyway, you can't use RV adapters. You need a special adapter for these chargers here, these portable chargers with the NEMA 1450. If you want to, I can show you how to make one of those adapters yourself. There are some available online. I don't know if they work or not, or if they're any good. So if you want to know how to make one of those, leave a comment down below. But now what we need to do here is we can go to 16 amps and plug that back in. But it's really cool how the Cybertruck does reset twice. And it resets really quick after the overload. There we go, green. Here we're going. So that is really nice. You get 2 chances before you have to go into the cab of the Cybertruck and reset it. And now we get a little more because we are set at 16 amps. We get 1.6. What does it show here? 18 amps. Really? What the heck? Rivian? We clearly set the charger to 16 amps. The charger clearly communicates 16 amps to every vehicle. But the Rivian shows 18. Hello, Rivian. But we get 1.6. So that is not too terrible. I like that it's charging. I like this, that it works with the Cybertruck here. That is wonderful. Yes, I brought this truck over for a reason. It has a plug. We need to plug it in as well. Yes, it is a diesel truck, but most diesel trucks in cold climates, or most all in cold climates, will have a plug. They will have a regular 120 plug because they have a block heater. So I'm going to use this extension cord from the 120 outlet here on the Cybertruck to our Dodge diesel to preheat the block. So your Cybertruck can actually go help out these diesel or even gas cars that are frozen somewhere at -20 that have been sitting for a few days and won't start by showing up and plugging in the block heater. Here we go. Let's look inside the truck how much this block heater pulls. So we're in the outlets screen right now, and we see there is 0.8 kilowatts. So that is about what the block heater draws. We also have the aftermarket charger plugged in, but it's not plugged into anything to charge. So about 0.7, 0.8 kilowatts for this block heater. And so you can actually go save the day for some one of those old fossil fuel cars. Okay, so we got the extension cord going over to the truck, and by the way, the extension cord is rated 13 amps, so it's definitely sufficient because we're only drawing about 10 amps. So, but now, to make this a little more fun, we're going to use our aftermarket charger, and we're going to plug in the Model S and see what happens. And the aftermarket charger is on the NEMA 1450. So we'll see if we can draw 40 amps from here plus this little bit right there. Okay, so it started charging here. We're still plugged in there. And well, let's take a look in here. So the charger is still set to 16 amps, so that's no big deal. We can draw 16 amps real easy. So let's crank the charger up some. There we go, 48. The car will only draw 40. Let's plug this back in. Now that looks better. Now we'll see what we can do here. Oh, charge rate reduced. Unexpected voltage drop. Interesting. So we're only getting 36 amps. It limited itself due to the voltage drop. So that draw of 0.8 kilowatts is affecting us. That is very interesting. I didn't expect that with such a little draw on the other one. But the 0.8 is about 8 amps or so, 10 amps, whatever. Which, if the total output is basically 50, which would make kind of continuous 40, that's where we're at. So let's go look in the Cybertruck and see what it shows, what the load is. Here we go. It reports 8.4 kilowatts on the outlets. So we're almost there. It should go about up to 9 something basically. But the voltage drop is already there and made the car limit. So hooking up multiple things will cause some issues, some voltage drops, and it will limit charge rates, or certain appliances may not work. So yeah, it does work to plug in a car and charge it and plug in something else, but it did limit our charging here to 36 amps. So even this 0.8 kilowatt little load is affecting the Cybertruck. Again, it's a voltage drop issue, just as we have seen with the other cars. So the Cybertruck cannot sustain voltage at a higher amperage to be going full blast for a long time. It will only do it for a short period of time to start up something, but it will not continuously do it. So, well, now you've seen that the Cybertruck is capable of charging other vehicles. There are a few hiccups and a few things. Obviously, not every J1772 adapter will do, as in for going from Tesla to J1772, as we had little hiccups there. Also, not every EVSE, not every charger is working. Like we've seen, the Bolt EVSE did not work. All the Tesla EVSEs seem to work, the aftermarket one seemed to work, but the one from the Bolt didn't. So it may require a different EVSE to charge an EV. The one that came with your vehicle may not work. The one you have may not work for whatever reason. Or your adapter may not work. So if you want to make sure you have you're capable to charge someone else's EV, or if you're the someone else and you want to make sure a Cybertruck can charge it, the only way to figure out if it works or not is actually test it. So, but here you at least you get an idea. We tested all of those. It seems to work with most of the configurations between chargers and adapters and so on. And even using a aftermarket J1772 EVSE with the Tesla adapter to charge a Tesla works. So I think we covered pretty much most of it, and this should give you a good idea of what works and what don't. So please make sure to give us a thumbs up for this video and for any of the other videos that you watch from our channel. Also make sure that you are subscribed to our channel. Please hit the notification bell so you get notifications when our new videos come out. Also, go down below in the description. There's a link to our Redbubble store, and maybe you find a t-shirt or something that you like with some of the designs that we have. In any event, thank you for watching. Goodbye.